My brother is accusing me of hooking up with his girlfriend. This story came very fresh. It is hot off the press, baby. January 7th, 2026. My brother, 31 male, who I'm very close to, has been dating a girl for a few months, and I am 29 male. Neither I nor the rest of the family has met her yet. My brother just randomly texted me this out of the blue with no other context. We have a picture of said text message. Just wanted to be direct with you. I know about you and girl, and I've known for a while. She wouldn't admit it to me and lied about it multiple times, but somehow you ended up at her place. I wanted to give you the opportunity to be honest about it with mom and dad, or not, it's your choice. Either way, I'm creating distance between us. Wild. I hope it goes without saying here, but I've never met his girlfriend. I have never been to her place, and I definitely have not been with her behind his back or anything. I immediately responded, of course, just saying how confused I am, and he said, all good, continue to deny it. I honestly respect it. I'm just at a loss for words. He is literally my best friend in the entire world. My first thought is to talk to our parents about it, but anything else I can do here? Why are we involving the parents? I don't know. Why do the parents have to be in this at all? All right, so there's a whole bunch of like smaller updates, and these ones came the same day and the next day, January 7th and 8th. So the next update is, he told me he saw text messages on my phone. I also sent him a screen recording of all of my texts and recently deleted, but of course he said even recently deleted ones can be deleted. So I asked him which messages he's referring to, and he said, if you want to completely put an end to this so that there's no speculation around what I may have seen or misinterpreted and completely prove me wrong, then instead of showing me texts that can be deleted, show me the texts as they appear on your phone bill where those can't be deleted. I am on a prepaid plan with a company called Mint. So I called Mint. They said they don't have the ability to share text exchanges. I told my brother this and I got no response from him. Next update. My mom and I went to his place. He wasn't there. We drove by his work and saw his car there. So hopefully he's in a stable state of mind at his workplace. I've seen a lot of people suggest maybe substances and or mental health stuff. He does have a bad history with alcoholism, DUIs, rehab, AA, but it has been very controlled recently. No issues with substances or mental health, and we have been very close our entire lives. I have seen some suggestions of paranoia or schizophrenia, which I know can sometimes be sparked spontaneously by substance use. The only concern is the timing. Between the time he texted me and when my mom and I confirmed him to be at work, about 2.5 hours had passed. He lives about a 20-minute drive to his work, so it's hard to believe that he had taken something, spontaneously got a bout of paranoia and or high, and then drove 20 minutes to his workplace, which is a white-collar office job at F500. But I don't know, maybe he's more high-functioning than I believe. A few people have called me out saying this could all be fake. That's true, but I don't have any way to prove it. But if it's fake, I don't have anything to gain. If it's real, I have everything to gain by potentially being in a position to not only salvage our relationship and family ties, but also be there for my brother when he needs me. And if I was in fact sneaking behind his back, I wouldn't go to our parents about it. It would be easier to just deny it when he confronted me. He still hasn't returned my messages or calls, but he did text our mom saying, everything is fine, don't be worried, I will call you after work. I started to reach out to a few mutual friends of ours to see if they've noticed any behavioral changes or anything. I guess if you're worried, but okay, I guess if you're worried, you could say, hey, do you know if that person's okay, but are you spilling like all the tea and the details? I feel like that might upset him even more. If you're walking around being like, is he okay? Because he's accusing me of sleeping with his girlfriend. I don't know, maybe there's a reason to be worried and to involve other people. Next update, Still no word from him, but I was able to get a hold of a human from my phone company, Mint. They are giving me my text logs, but I will have them at some point within the next 30 days. For those asking if it's possible I could have been sleeping with her without knowing it, that is not possible because I know what she looks like. He has shown me pictures of her. I also know her name, and yes, I realize people can lie about their name. Either way, I would have recognized her face in person if I ever saw her. One possibility, someone else pointed out, I have been seeing a new girl myself. He has my location. I guess it's theoretically possible that both of them live in the same apartment complex. Leading to him thinking I was staying with her. This is assuming his girlfriend even lives in that apartment. I think this is unlikely though. We live in a medium-sized city. The population is under 500K. Odds of that are super low, but still possible, I guess. Well, now I really want to know, like, what the actual story is. I'm trying to guess in my head. I don't know. I got nothing. I really don't have anything. Next update. It's been about 26 hours since the text at this point. Still no contact from him since yesterday about midday. He talked to my mom yesterday and said everything was fine, but that he was, quote, 100% not making it up and that he wouldn't make false accusations. He also said he first noticed that I was texting his girlfriend way back in November. Last time he noticed was on New Year's Eve when we were hanging out, which I assume made him spiral to this point. I texted 4 different people on New Year's Eve, and all of them are saved in my phone under their full name. One of them is a girl's name and does have a slight resemblance to his girlfriend's name. Same number of letters, same vowels in the same places, but it's not the same name. So maybe he just glanced over and got a quick glance, and from what he could see, it looked like your girlfriend's name. But like, wouldn't you say something? Like if I'm in front of my sister and she's texting my man, you think I'm just gonna not say anything until months later? No, I'm gonna snatch that phone so fast. What do you mean? Trying to really figure this out before we get to the answer. I would have been texting this girl in November too, so maybe this is where it all started. It still doesn't explain why he thinks I was ever over at her place, or also why he didn't just confront me about it when he first saw and thought that something was going on. I've reached out to a few mutual friends, one who we hung out with on New Year's Eve. The mutual friend from New Year's Eve said she noticed him acting weird on New Year's Eve. Also, he texted her at 5:30 a.m. earlier this week saying, quote, "We need to talk. I have a lot of stuff to update you on." According to her, this was very out of left field for him. When she texted and tried to call, she couldn't get a hold of him, and her texts went unanswered. This was all the day before he sent that text to me. At this time, she still hasn't talked to him and doesn't know what he meant by that text. Another mutual friend talked to him on the phone shortly before New Year's. That mutual friend said that he sounded fine overall, but that he was complaining that he has been struggling financially, but he didn't elaborate. I've never once heard him complain about money. Mom and dad say he has never brought that up to them or asked them for help. A third mutual friend I've lost track of how many people are involved at this point. A third mutual friend, well, I guess 3, I talked to said he hung out with him this past weekend and all was normal and didn't exhibit any weird signs. This friend is taking a neutral side to things, doesn't think anything is medically wrong, and that we just need to work it out ourselves. I mean, that's what I was thinking, but no one else in the family has been in contact with him since yesterday. He has unshared his location with everyone. Our mom has tried to call him, but they all went to voicemail. This is starting to affect my mom as much as it is affecting me. We've always been a close family with no real drama. We are not used to this. I still don't have a guess. We have another mini update, which was that same day. I still haven't heard from him personally, but he has been talking to my parents and sisters, just telling them that he believes it to be 100% true, but also stressing that he doesn't want this to mess up the family dynamic. It seems like business as usual for him, just avoiding me altogether. But at least he seems to be in a stable state of mind for now, and that is all I can ask for. Okay, so maybe not mental health. Maybe he is in a good place and just believes this. I'm at a loss. I feel like I'm OP. I am just as confused. We have a lot more updates, but honestly, I need a sip of water, so you're gonna have to take a sip of water. It's hydration station. You're not getting out of it. Cheers. I don't know what bird's nest is on my head, but we're just gonna ignore the back, okay? I don't know what's happening, but it's been a process and I'm just far too lazy to change my hair. There's like something dangling back here. Sometimes you just have to, the back is none of our business, okay? I mean, now I'm second guessing the front. All right, so the next update came the next day and it's now January 9th. I talked to the third mutual friend again this morning who talked to my brother yesterday. Now this mutual friend is fully taking my brother's side, saying our relationship, mine and my brother's, is ruined and that it will be hard to come back from this and that my brother is telling the truth because, quote, what would he have to gain if this was all a lie? As of this morning, my brother is acting completely normal with the rest of our family. They believe me, but they are all saying he's just confused and that this will all blow over eventually. Basically, no one is talking about it seriously. It seems like it's not affecting anyone else like it's affecting me. My mom was pretty upset the first day, but she seems to be getting over it. Everyone is saying we just need to give it time and he will get over it. I talked to mutual friend number 1 again, the one from New Year's Eve. She is fully on my side and she said that she'll help me get to the bottom of it. But not much else I can do at this point, I think. It took a little while, but I found the girlfriend on Facebook. I'm going to try to convince my mom to reach out to her to just at least see if she's okay. But doubtful that my mom will do it. She will probably say, oh, I'm sure she's okay. Let's just give it time and space. Also, I'm going to try to convince my dad to change the code to the alarm system on their house. Just for now, to be safe because my brother knows it. But I doubt he'll do it. All of these replies that you guys are giving are very helpful. I have read nearly every one. I'm fully convinced that something's terribly wrong, either substances or a mental health issue. Everyone else in the family is saying just give it time and isn't really making an effort to figure out what's going on. So I feel like I'm at a sort of impasse. I will probably pause the updates for now. It's been about 55 hours since that first text. Still no contact from him. My plan is to wait about 5 or 6 more days, then try to reach out again. Yeah, well, that was a lie because we have another update and it was the same day. But that's okay.
This is lie. Liar told you that.
This update came the same day. I said I wouldn't update again, but this one's a big one. Okay. Earlier tonight, I finally got through to my dad and my mom. I sat them down and I explained why I think he's going through something serious. They finally believe me that something is seriously wrong. They reached out to my brother in a shared group chat, asking him to meet them at their place sometime this weekend so he can explain his reasoning for everything and lay out any proof that he has. As of me writing this, he hasn't responded to either of them. Both of my sisters, unfortunately, still think nothing is wrong. One of my sisters even said, quote, I don't know what's true and what is false. My mom and dad have been talking to them as well, but I'm not sure what those conversations look like. We've also looped in other family members and friends, aunt, grandparents, my sister-in-laws, whose mom and dad are really close. Okay. Mom messaged the girl on Facebook explaining how concerned she is, both for her, but also for my brother. As of me writing this, no response from the girl. My dad changed the alarm code to their house tonight. He is also changing the house locks tomorrow. I keep thinking of Rob Reiner a few weeks ago. I think changing the alarm and locks is a good next step just to be safe. This is serious. I guess if he's on substances, but you said he's not. This has to be serious. That is the only explanation for this. He has to seriously be struggling with some kind of like mental health thing or substance, right? That's the only thing I can think of. Again, he presents himself normally to everyone until he is directly confronted, in which case he just doesn't reply. For example, my dad texted him earlier saying, how are you doing? He responded right away saying, I'm good. Then my dad said, tell me what's going on between us. Talk to me, I'm here for you. And no response to that text. Crickets. similar to mom. Glad I got through to my parents though. My sisters are next. I have found there's a mental health tip hotline in my city that's designed for situations like this. If neither of my parents hear from him by Monday, I will call that hotline. But as many of you pointed out, he hasn't shown any violent tendencies yet, so not sure how helpful that will be. For everyone still asking, there is 0% shot I have hooked up with his girlfriend in the past. I have always known what she looks like. He has shown me pictures, and I am fully confident I would recognize her in person. Yes, I have tried to call him directly. All of my calls go to voicemail. Yes, I have told him about my girl's name and how it's very similar in appearance to his girlfriend's. He also did not respond to that statement. I'm wondering what happened. Let's check out some of Reddit's comments because we haven't yet, and we love to do that. Someone said, what evidence does he have that you were at her place? OP said, I asked him, and he said, I don't want to go back and forth on it, but I quite literally saw the texts on your phone and this past weekend confirming everything. Obviously, there's nothing on my phone. Next comment. According to your profile, you went over to a girl's house for a date recently. You also say you never met his girlfriend. Could it be the same girl? OP said no shot because I've seen the pictures and of course I know her name, so I would have at the very least recognized her. And then it says that OP clarified on whether he has met his girlfriend in person or not. OP said, I've never seen her in person. He knows I know what she looks like because he was the one who showed me pictures of her when they first started dating. Does that make sense? Seeing someone in person versus just seeing a picture of them are two completely different things. I have never actually met her. Got it. Next update, 6 days later, we're at January 15th. For everyone who said, maybe I hooked up with her, I have been loyal to the same girl since early November, and I haven't had any other hookups. Many people were starting to ask for more updates and accusing me of karma farming, so I wanted to make this update post. Others accused me of not including enough of our conversation, so I attached pictures of the text threads that I have had with him. And we are going to read these text messages. All right, so we're gonna have brother and we're gonna have OP, which is just the author of the story. So the first text message is that initial text message that came in at the very beginning of the story when he basically just accused and said, I know you've been with my girl. OP responded to that very first text message and said, wait, dude, are you for real? Like the girl you've been talking to? Dude, I've never even seen or met her before. I'm so confused, LOL. I really hope this is some kind of early April Fool's joke or something. I've never even hung out with her, or do I know where she lives? Brother responded and said, you got it. I don't want to go back and forth on it, but I quite literally saw the text on your phone and this past weekend confirmed everything. Continue to deny it if that's what you choose. I respect it. OP said, dude, what texts? What texts are you talking about? Then he attached a picture of his text message screenshots and said, here are my texts and my recently deleted ones. Which ones are you referring to? I'm not sure how any of these could be misinterpreted as being from her. Brother said, even recently deleted messages can be deleted. OP said, okay, tell me which messages you're referring to. What did you see that would possibly make you think this? What makes you think I've been over to her place? Brother said, if you want to completely put an end to this, so there's no speculation around what I may have seen or misinterpreted and completely prove me wrong, then instead of showing me the texts that can be deleted, show me the texts as they appear on your phone bill where those can't be deleted. OP said, okay, deal, I will do that. How do I do that? Brother said, you're not on Verizon Wireless, so I don't know. OP responded and said, also, dude, I'm just really concerned here. First, concerned that you actually think I would do something like that, like sneak around with the girl you've been talking to behind your back. I would never do that, man. You know that. I'm concerned about you, dude. Okay, I talked to someone from Mint. They will email me my text records in 3 to 5 days, and then shared a screenshot of the text text message from Mint and then said, I spoke to a human from Mint and I'm going to get the phone records. I will have those in 30 days. So you will see that I have never texted her, not even a single time. Brother said, you don't have to be concerned, dude, honestly. OP responded and said, well, I am, and I am ready to talk whenever you are. I am here for you, dude. Just know that. Brother did not respond. OP texted him again saying, hey man, just want to let you know I'm still here for you and I'm ready to talk whenever you are. I wish you would realize that I would never ever do anything like that, but I'm always here for you. Love you, bro. Well, that's nice that you're still concerned about him. Now I'm concerned about him. The biggest update is that there isn't one. He is still not talking to me as of this morning. My calls still get sent to voicemail. He is no longer talking to the family. He told my mom he would talk to her eventually, but he's not ready yet. My mom did reach out to the girl on Facebook. The girl read the message, but did not respond to my mom. My parents have replaced the locks on the doors, which he had a key to, and also changed the alarm code, which he had access to. As many of you pointed out, it is virtually impossible for me to clear my name here, even if I do get the text message records. I'm just seriously concerned for him and frustrated that no one, aside from my parents, seems to be taking it seriously. It's starting to hit my parents pretty hard though. My dad considers him a second son. Is he not a second son? Maybe he's adopted? I'm confused by that statement. Am I missing? I'm tired, so maybe my brain's just not working. As the only real father figure my brother has ever had, told me a couple days ago that he feels like he failed him. I have felt sick to my stomach for the past 8 days. We've never gone this long without any contact, and along with my parents, I just feel totally alone through this whole situation. I know at this point I should just give it time and let everything play out. I just hate it. Worst start to the year imaginable. And there is no other update as of this moment in time. So that could either be really bad or it just was nothing and he just pretended like nothing ever happened. What do you guys think is happening here? I'm wondering if maybe this is like strictly between the brother and the girlfriend. Maybe they got in a fight and he accused her of hooking up with the brother, and like maybe this is a fight between them, and then she's like, yeah, I did hook up with your brother, and then does that make sense? I don't know. I have no guess as to what is happening here. None at all. So you guys let me know, okay? Because I'm losing my mind. I'll see you in the comment section. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. Goodbye.